Good morning, good afternoon. Oh, I made a mess. I hate when I do that. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is in your little corner of the world. Today on In the Kitchen with Sandy, and first of all, welcome back to my kitchen. You know I love to have you guys here. Welcome back. Today we are doing something sweet for all you sweet people out there. And hey, this is gonna be good for all you people that are not so sweet out there. But as promised, I am doing a pineapple coconut cake. This is so simple. It's so easy. It's just so easy to make, and it's absolutely out of this world. And it's a pineapple coconut cake, and then we're also going to make some homemade buttercream icing. Don't be intimidated. It's super easy. I love it. You're going to like it. The whole family's going to like it. And hey, guess what? Easter is right around the corner. It's going to be perfect to complement your Easter ham, Easter turkey, Easter chicken, Easter steak, whatever you're going to make. This is going to go perfect with your Easter dinner. Or you can just make it and have, you know, for coffee, or, you know, just because. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Let me show you what I've got going on here. We're going to be using a box cake. This is the yellow cake. Feel free to use any of the yellow cakes. I know there's like a golden cake. There's all kinds of different ones that you can use. Today I'm using just the classic yellow cake. And then I've also got about a cup of crushed pineapple that came in the can. I've also got some of the juice in there as well. We are using one small box of the instant vanilla pudding. This is the French vanilla. You do not have to use French vanilla. I just picked that up by accident. It doesn't matter. It's going to be amazing. I've had it both ways. French vanilla, non-French vanilla. We're going to use a half a cup of oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, whatever your favorite oil is. Just do not use olive oil. I do not recommend it. And then I've got 4 large eggs in this bowl already. What else are we going to use? I have got my oven preheated already to 350 degrees, and we have got a 9 by 11 baking pan to bake our cake in. I've sprayed it liberally with a little bit of nonstick cooking spray. I would not recommend making this cake as like a 2-layer cake, round cake, the little 8 or 9 inch pans, because it's just not, I don't know, it's just hard to explain. Sometimes it just don't come out as pretty, and you know, having to get that out, because this is a moist cake. I prefer to use the 9 by I think it's 9 by 13. It's a 9 by 13. But feel free to use whatever cake pans you want. Of course, you're going to have to adjust the cooking time, you know, as well. I've also got some sweetened coconut. Now, I'm not going to toast this. This is just going to go on the top of the icing. This is not going to go in the cake. And for the buttercream icing, you're going to need about 1.5 sticks of butter, 3 cups of powdered sugar, a little bit of vanilla. What else? I always put a block of cream cheese in with mine, so it's like a cream cheese. It's so good. It's so good. You can thank me now. You can thank me later. I don't care when you thank me, but you don't even have to thank me. Let's get started. I'm rambling on. All right, to my bowl here that I've already got my 4 eggs in, I'm just going to add my cake mix. Oh, you're also going to need just a couple tablespoons of heavy whipping cream as well. This is super simple. Your oil, again, this is a 1/2 cup. Your instant pudding goes right in there, right in there. And then your pineapple. I can't even wait for this. I am gonna have a bite. Y'all know I'm doing low carb, but you know what? I'm gonna have me a little bitty bite. I have to, right? And then we're just gonna mix this together until it's well combined. Only really about, this is a new mixer. First time I've used it. That's no baking that I've done this year since Christmas. We're just gonna turn it on. Woo, I like it. I like my new mixer. And then we're just going to mix this until it's well combined. It's probably going to take about 2 minutes. Make sure you scrape the edges around there with your little scraper. You don't want to over mix it because it makes, you don't have such a fluffy cake. So let's go ahead and mix this for about 2 minutes until it's well combined, and then we'll continue. All right, that is absolutely perfect. Really, it didn't take 2 minutes to mix that, maybe about a minute, minute and a half, because let me tell you something, my new hand mixer is boss. I'm telling you, it's amazing. I love it. Of course, I don't know if you watched on my one of my episodes before. My last one exploded on me. Fire everywhere. It's just crazy. So I have a little sip of my coffee there. Now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna put this into your 9x13 baking dish. This bowl is really heavy, but you know what I'm doing here, right? You know I'm putting it in. It smells so good already. You can smell the pineapple. Oh, so good. And just get it all into your bowl. And a little quick tip. Like I said, you're gonna need about a stick and a half of butter and your cream cheese, and you want that to come to room temperature. And what I do is right before I start making this cake, putting it together, I just lay my my butter and my cream cheese out on top of my stove. And because the stove is warm because you're heating it for your cake, and by the time you're ready to make your icing, which you can make it ahead of time, you can make your icing a day or two ahead if you'd like, but just for me, it seems to work out perfect to just lay it right on top of my stove so it can come to room temperature while my cake is baking and smelling all lovely. And then you need to make sure that you get this, nice and even so it bakes evenly. Oh my gosh, so good, so refreshing. Into the oven, 350 degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. You want to make sure that you're testing it about within the 25 minutes. I'm just getting tongue twisted already. Make sure that you're testing it because you want to make sure that you don't overbake this beauty. In the oven, 25 minutes. We're going to test it until it comes out toothpick nice and clean, and we're going to let it cool, and we're going to go ahead and start on the icing. Yummy. Guys, my cake baked in the oven for about 32 minutes exactly. It is sitting back there on the back of the stove, cooling nicely. It's just about cool, so we're going to go ahead and get our topping together, our dressing. What is this called? Frosting. Don't ask. We're going to get our frosting together. So in this bowl here, I kind of speeded the process along of room temperature. I popped it in the microwave for about 25 seconds. I probably should have done it for a little bit less. This is a stick and a half of butter, cream cheese, and to this we're going to add just a little drizzle of vanilla, about a teaspoon, and then you're just going to mix this together nicely until it's nice and creamy. Now you can start incorporating some of your powdered sugar into there, just a little bit at a time, because it tends to go everywhere. And this is about 3.5 cups of just the powdered sugar. I'm just going to continue to do this until you have used every bit of your powdered sugar. At this point, we're going to add just a couple tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. This is going to help thicken it up a little bit as well. And then you're going to use a couple big spoonfuls of your reserved pineapple, because you're not going to use the whole can of pineapple in your cake. That's probably about a 1/2 to 3/4 cup, if that. And we're going to combine this. That is beautiful. And as you notice, this is a wet type frosting. So we're going to be able to pour that right over that cake. Then just pour it right over your cake. Oh, that's so delicious. Make sure you get every little bit out. See how that just goes nicely over the top of that? Then just spread it out. Let it get down in those crevices. Oh my goodness. Now, just to make things a little bit better, you're just going to take some of that crushed pineapple and just drop it right over the top. And then we're going to take our coconut. And again, this is not toasted. Feel free to toast it if you would like, but I don't see any need to. Might make it a little bit prettier, but oh my goodness. Now, get a good look at that. Again, this is a refrigerated cake, so make sure that you pop it in the refrigerator right away so the topping, the frosting can adhere to the cake and become a little bit more thicker, if you will. Make sure you put it in there a couple hours before serving so you get it nice and cold. I guess you could call it an icebox cake. I think that's what they used to call them back in the days when you put them in the refrigerator. I don't know. But anyway, this is absolutely, I don't know what happened. This is absolutely amazing. I know you're gonna love this. Make sure you give it a try this weekend on your family. Like I said, it's perfect for Easter. It's perfect any day of the week for any occasion. You know I love you guys so very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being in my kitchen. I love you, and I'll see you on the next episode.